Greetings, queens and kings. If you stopping by, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for clicking that play button, and I hope you enjoy my content. Now, listen, who is trying to hurt our girl? Who snatched Danny up, and who's behind it? That's the question. Come on, family. Let's get into it. Now, last time we left off, our girl was a little shook, by that whole picture of Preston being married. And he had the nerve to say, I moved on. I see you moved on. I moved on, and I'm blocking you from my life. I'm like, look at Danny's face. She is hurt. Like, you didn't have to be so cold, Preston. You wanted to dive into something so quick that you turned around and made another impulsive, move with Mary and Mindy so fast. So she's talking to Sabrina about it, and Sabrina's trying, to see how she's doing, and wanting to know if they wanted to go on the double date, but no, Danny wasn't really into that. She wants to go solo. Now you have our boy here, Gary. We ended with him in there trying to stop these three musketeers from getting together because, no, I'm not gonna call them three musketeers. These are three the hard way. Anybody of my age bracket. You remember three the hard way back in the day? Yeah. So that's them. So he tried to get all slick because, of course, he doesn't want Penelope talking to them. And Fatima had to stick to them. Andy's like, sis, handle it. And Fatima like, I got this. And Andy, notice, is really using Fatima as her bodyguard. She know our girl don't play. And if she needs to deal with situations like this, she's like, I know what to call. She's not just my legal assistant. She's my right hand. She will slay. So, in more ways than one, right? So, yeah, he said, I should be here. I have a right to be here. I'm here to see my attorney, whatever. I see you all tough. And then, Hayden comes up there, and Hayden like, you can step into my office. And old girl is like, well, your office is over there, Gary. Go in there, just leave us alone, see this little dweeb, and get out our face. So Penelope was a little sick. She was like, I don't, want to deal with him. And that's when Andy took her to the office. So old girlfriend, I'm not saying she's going to be another sister, but, she got a little tea for our girl Andy. So, she trying to sit up here and get these dates in order as to when you was with old boy. So the first thing she says, though, and Andy loved to say how much she loved old boy. She asked her, do she still love him? And Andy's like, yes. And then she said, well, do you still love him? She was like, no, not so much right now. Girl, you should said no, that ninja. Once upon a time when I was stupid, but not now. No. And you shouldn't deal with him either. He is trash. But no, of course, she's like, I'm like, Andy, stop wallowing in the love for this joker. So anyway, girlfriend wanted to cross notes on calendar dates. Like, was you with Gary on this day? Yeah, I was. Was you with him on this day? Yeah. How about this day? No. This day? No. Well, girlfriend said, there's about two other women besides us, girlfriend. So, what? Now that threw Andy for a loop. She was like, you got to be kidding. Now you mean to tell me he just didn't cheat on me with you and have a baby on me with you? There are others? She's like, yeah. There are others. And what make it so bad? You see this ring that we share? Sis, we ain't the only ones. And she shows her a picture on the phone with another woman wearing the same damn ring. I'm like, what? This man has been seriously on some polygamous crap. You hear me? So old girl got on the phone and she said, oh, no, I'm about to address this. And Penelope all scared. She said, no, I got this. Bodyguard, can you step into my office? And with a quickness, our sis is ready. So they go step to old boy. And of course he like, oh, here come three the hard way. So they like, what's the deal? These dates, Andy went right for the jugular. you've been seeing other women. He's like, no, don't believe her, Penelope. Womp, womp, womp. The same old crap that he usually do. Now, little man over here hating, he had to step to Fatima with the crap because he ready to get her for what she's done. But she laughs at him because he's really a joke, right? She don't find anything Hayden says worrisome at all. He does not move her. So Gary's pissed off and he's really making them look like trash. Like, don't believe these girls. Like, these some, miserable chicks that, men done ran through. They not classy like you. They not up to your standards. So please don't believe him. So of course Fatima's like, I know good and well, don't fall for his lies. The same crap that he said to Andy. So he's like pleading with her, like, please don't listen to them. And Penelope is trying to say, I don't, really want to hear anything you have to say. So Andy's telling him that this is the same thing that he's done with me. He's going to say, look at me. Look at me. Like he said, Penelope, look at me. Yo, look at me, Andy. Or and he's going to beg with you and plead and try to get you to, basically listen to what he says. He was like, she means nothing to me and, never loved her. He was like, she said, you never meant anything to me either. He's like, yeah, right. Because of course he can't believe that. His ego won't let him. She was like, I did love you. I did love you, Gary. I did, but you did a lot of things for me. So pretty much hard to let you go. In other words, you got me a Rolls Royce. You got me a condo. You don't love me, but you spent all that loot on me. And on top of that, you gave me trips, you gave me jewelry, you bought me things, clothes. Why wouldn't I stay with you? Okay, so I got what I got out of you, Ninja. And guess what? You don't mean shit to me. Look at his face. He was hurt. But think about it. Why? I mean, yeah, you was scum. You put her through hell, but she benefited a lot from what you gave her. You took the financial loss, boo. So, yeah, you don't mean shit to me right now, but I milked you for all I got. And she really did. She really on the come up. How many of us, get hurt and leave jilted, hurt, maybe with a child, and have zip, but a broken heart, right? So she got something out the deal. So Penelope was like, I'm done with you and your lies. Peace. I'm out. So they left, went to move on. In the hallway, they stopped. And, Andy wanted to check on her because it was a lot. And she said, yeah, it's a lot, but, I'll be okay. Like, I got this baby, she got to figure this out. And Andy, I really wish I could hear what's going on. Well, our sister, Miss Superhero Fatima herself was like, don't worry about it. Our girl, oh boy, she left the phone in there and said, I'm listening to everything they saying right now. You want to listen? Oh, of course I do. So she's listening. Now, the thing I don't like, and put what you think in the comments. She didn't put the phone on speaker because I wanted her to hear Gary called her weak. I wish she heard that. Oh, I can get, Penelope back. She's weak. She's simple. And she, still making like Gary's nothing. But Hayden said, okay, if she didn't mean too much, you just asked her to marry you. And this woman is 7 months pregnant. So what was you going to do, Gary, when, you got a pregnant girl with a ring that you proposed to? Now you got Andy. What if Andy said yes? Then you got these other chicks that you gave a ring to. Gary was about to live a real polygamous life. Are you thinking about this? He was really trying to be a polygamist out here. So old girl's like, well, what did he say? And Andy's like, she don't want to hurt the girl. She was like, you don't want to know. So after a while, a few minutes after going on and on, he realized that this bee done left her phone in here. She's listening. Hey, she's listening to us? Oh, yeah, she's listening. So Fatima heard, and she came and said, excuse me, gentlemen, I forgot my phone. And he is swole. So she slides up out of there, and yeah, Andy got a good earful of all she needed to know. But little does Gary know, he has really gotten Andy to a point where he is going to change her, and Andy's going to be like none other. I don't think she's going to stay really with Jordan. I think she's going to be out here in these streets, and he's going to really make Andy cold-blooded after what she went through. Her trust in men and going through all this for a while with Gary is really going to change her. And Fatima was checking in on her on how she's doing. And she was like, she's not doing all that great, but she said, I will be. I will be. So she's going to contemplate on this like many women. And I hope it don't change her for the worse. But I think you're going to see a little vengeance and little, not so nicey Andy moving forward in season 7. What do you think? So now Karen is coming in here to check out our new place. the place she's supposed to get. The property, I don't know if she's really ready for with a new child coming. I mean, she has a new baby. Now she's letting this man talk her into owning this property. She hasn't had property before outside of a car, any type of ownership this large. So old girl comes in, to tell her, and the guy is, kind of saying, we can go down on this price, like you charging her, I think 175 or 250 or something like this. And I know the property down the street that it got for like 159 or something like that. And she was like, yo, but these two, what I want to say, seem to be really good friends. They're in cahoots with each other. She knows all about, he's a good husband. He's been married to his wife for a long time. They have 9 children or whatever. And, she's really, more than this property, seemed like she's sizing up Karen. Like, he really must like you because he lets nobody in his car except for his wife. And you rode with him like you don't have your own car. I'm like, you getting real personal for somebody you just met. And Karen's acting a little naive and cool with this chick, but I'll be looking at her like, why are you so much in my business? That's the main key of this whole scene right here. Forget the property. Why is this woman sizing up Karen? She's such a suspect of, this guy and his relationship to his wife. Now, are you friends with his wife? Are you going to go back and say something to the wife? And now that's another problem Karen's going to have. Then she mentions, how do you know Zach? And so she's like, well, he's my baby's father. And she was like, well, how old is this baby? And she sees that she's carrying it. And she was like, no, this is before him and Fatima. She was like, well, I was about to say. I'm like, oh, so you know all about Fatima's business from Valerie too? And just messy. So she was like, it ain't like that. And she was like, okay. So then, they got into the property and how, are you going to actually hire us? And she told her yes, but red flag over sis. I don't know. It could be just innocent, but nothing on Sistas ever turns out being simple. So they went back to talk to old boy that she's, going to do business with them. So now back at the house, Fatima and Zach are talking. He's a little worried about how things went in court and really wanting to make a move when it comes to Heather. And he wants to offer her some money, $100,000 for Michael. And she's like, what, babe? Are you crazy? Like, do you know this chick is going to come back for more? She probably will ask you for $1 million. She picks up dollars off the floor, shakes her tail. Come on. You think she's not going to strong harm you for money? I mean, she's not a good mom. And you offering her that kind of money is just going to set it off. So he was like, yeah, let's go over here and see how this works out. Good luck. So now Sabrina is basically talking to Danny, and they're preparing for their dates. And Sabrina's telling her, why don't we double date? Because her and Rich are going out, and she wants to go out with her and Tony. But she says, no, not this time. She wants to get to know him, I guess, on her own and make it a one-on-one. And I don't blame her. You need to get into some questions. You need to find out a little bit more about this man and dig a little deeper. So Sabrina said, all right. And out comes Maurice because she's about to leave. And she's like, I can't with you. I mean, I'm so done. I don't have much to say about this. We know how over the top Maurice is. To enter this S&M dominatrix with some online now, I guess, erotic website is absolutely insane. Like, Maurice, stop it. You can get a job at a bank. It ain't like you have no skills. So we back at the airport with Danny. She about to get off, and Tony's telling her she's leaving. And, he's always somewhere waiting in the rafters for her. So she says, yeah, and they, touch bases on their date. He was like, I'm going to actually go take a shower. She's like, oh, yeah, I hope you do. And, making their little jokes. And so he asked her, can I walk you to the car? Which she should have said yes. She should have said yes, but she said no. And she said, I'll be okay. I'll just get cute and ready. He said, I'm going to take a shower. I'm throwing on some cologne. She was like, okay, well, I better get cute then. And he goes on but his way, and they get off the job. Now, here comes Zach and Fatima at Heather's. And she, don't want to be bothered. What do you want? When he said that he got some money for her, she opened that door. And so they came in. And, of course, she giving Zach a hard time. She's like, where's my son? She was like, he okay. No, you can't see him. Always aggressive. And he was like, listen, let me have Michael for a little while. And she's like, why would I do that? And he was like, I'll give you $25,000. She was like, what? Why would you do that to me? Why would I sell my child? No, I'm not going to do it. She was like, okay, 50. And then she perked up then. And then he told her the big 6-figure, 100,000. Oh, she got happy then. But like Fatima said, she still said no, but she was bluffing because she wanted it. So she hit him with $1 million. Like, he asked her, what would it take then, Heather, for you to give me my son? $1 million. He looking at her. And Fatima like, what'd I tell you? You gonna learn to listen to me. Didn't I tell you? Hit the nail on the head. This trick want $1 million for her son. And it's not gonna change anything. Like, Zach said before, well, I'll have him by then if she asks for the money, but she want it now. But then she playing these games, and Fatima about had it with her. She's like, I'm not going back and forth with this chick. First of all, she's sitting up here basically, what's the word I'm trying to think about when somebody trying to bribe you for all this money. But she's trying to really, go through this whole tactic with them strongholding for some money. But when they go in, they find out she got the boy tied up in the bathtub. Oh, he's always leaving out. What? You got this boy like a slave, a prisoner? This is actual abuse. Heather is sick. She needs some serious help. And I'm not surprised if they used to do this to her as a child. So, of course, Fatima's going to drag her out and beat her behind and take this child, because ain't no way in hell you're going to be doing stuff like this to this boy. Girl, what is wrong with you? I would have been filming this. I would have had my phone out. I would have took pictures. The judge would have heard enough. And, Miss Heather be up in the window like, good, you got him. Good. And they took that baby and they hauled off. Now it ended with, who's on the phone with Danny? Like, is it Tony sending her nice little texts? Was this a distraction for what was about to happen? Is the old crazy nut that she was dealing with, is he behind this? I know good and well, Preston, you ain't set this up before you left. And then, I don't know. Or is this just some random guy? She sees that her windows are busted. Somebody broke in her car, of all cars out there. And next thing you know, somebody's scooping her up, snatching our girl up. Who is this? See, that's why, ladies, be aware. Please be alert. This is a perfect example of watching your surroundings when you're by yourself. Definitely. Oh, my God. Who's behind this? Who tried to snatch our girl up? Are Zach and Fatima finally going to get custody after this fiasco with the baby? Something has to be done. They have to keep little Michael, because he's definitely in harm's way with Heather. And I don't know. That's enough right there to let us know what's going on. Season 7 is about to start this week. It is going to start with a banger. Do you hear me? Explosive. I can't wait. The ladies have a new look. They looking absolutely fabulous. Andy got a new do. Danny got a new do. Oh, I'm so excited. And guess what? They have new writers. 6 new writers that we can welcome for season 7. So I'm looking forward to some really, really great storylines, right? So happy New Year's, family. It'll be a new year before this episode drops. I wish you all the best. God's mercy, blessings, and love in 2024. I'm looking forward to content. Of course, not only Sisters, new episode, new season, but also we have Zatima. They wrapped up last week, so we looking forward to season 3 with that. I definitely want to get that Nollywood content and more to come. And family, I've been on my acting journey, and I'm so excited to share that with you. I have a Christmas film coming out this year. We're filming in March of 2024. So I'll be sharing that experience with you as well. So remember, have an amazing 2024. Stay blessed, stay authentically you, and remember to live the life you deserve. Peace, family.